See Norm's on here. Leah, welcome to Immerse. I see Leah Haney's on here, and if you see some of the art tonight, was all painted by her amazing imagination. Tonight is a special night. It's a oh, I hear myself talking. Sorry, I have the video. It's like, who's talking? Tonight's a special night because I'm going to drop my iPad every 5 minutes on my.
Okay, we're good.
See, this is how Immerse goes.
Awesome.
Yeah. Okay.
Turn the page.
How's everybody doing? It's good to see you all again. I am trying to get my crap together here. As we always say at Immersed, it's about risking and how we connect with each other and how we connect with our Creator. And so wanted to give us and you a chance to connect in a way that maybe you never have. And I will tell you that tonight is something that I have never done before. I don't think anyone in this room has ever done before. But we're going to have meditational and live music that will be playing while Kristen Burkart will be leading us in yoga in order to connect with ourselves and connect with our Creator. And so I know many of you maybe have never done yoga before. I've done it twice. You don't need a yoga mat to do it. The purpose is for us to open ourselves up and risk. And so risk with us, if you will. I know this could be maybe offensive or scary for some of you, so that's okay. And would prefer that there be maybe less comments tonight, less kind of watching and more of participation. So I want to challenge you tonight to really get in front of your phone or your computer or your TV and follow us with this and see what happens. So I'd like to introduce you to Kristen Burkart and, is it Abigail? Is it Kathy. I'm so wrong. Who will be leading us tonight. Thank you, Kristen.
Hello, everyone. Like Casey said, my name's Kristen Burkart. I'm here teaching from Abide Yoga, Texas. It's just an honor to be here. This is something that's really near and dear to my heart. I've been teaching yoga in Austin for about 10 years, teaching holy yoga for about 2. So what we wanted to do this evening was make space for you to have an encounter with God on your yoga mat, on your living room carpet, maybe just laying down in your bedroom. I want to encourage you to find some place that's really comfortable, that feels really safe. Maybe light a candle or get out some essential oils. Just do something that makes your environment feel really good so that you want to stay there for a while, because that's what we're going to be doing tonight. We're going to meditate on God's Word. We're going to move. We're going to breathe. And we're just going to make room for Him to come, enter into the space with us, maybe show us something new, or just give us a heart change. Whatever that is, He knows. And I have faith that He will meet you wherever you're at tonight. So when you feel ready, go ahead and come down onto your back. A nice comfortable spot. Bend your knees nice and deep. And I'm going to read a scripture over you as we settle in to this first part of our practice. So this is from Matthew 6:6. In the Message translation, it says this. Jesus is talking about praying. Here's what I want you to do. Find a quiet, secluded place so you won't be tempted to role play before God. Just be there as simply and honestly as you can manage. The focus will shift from you to God, and you'll begin to sense His grace. And that's my prayer for each and every person, either participating live or watching this recording, is that you would have an encounter. So come down onto your back, bend your knees deeply, and maybe just let yourself kind of settle into your space. Let your hips feel heavy on the floor. Feel rooted down through the bottoms of your feet. Feel your shoulder blades melting into the mat. Maybe you gently start to rock your head side to side. Massaging out the back of the head, let go of any tension that you're hanging onto. Your skull, your jaw, just let it go. And take a moment here to just be. Like the Bible says, just come as simply as you can manage. Laying other things aside. And just make room. Get still. Start to breathe deeply. Feeling the navel rise on the inhale. And fall on the exhale. Start to lengthen the inhale. Maybe pause for a moment at the top. And then begin to exhale. Stay here with this slow, deep breath pattern for just a few moments. We settle in to the stillness. posture on your back. I want you to start to melt your feet into the floor. Feel the bottoms of your feet root down. We're going to start to lift the hips up toward the ceiling. Just gently lift up. On your exhale, slowly lower down. Just take it one vertebrae at a time, nice and easy. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, lower down. You can keep going just like this, or if you want to start to add a little shoulder massage, lift your arms up overhead. And then exhale, bring them all the way down. Inhale, lift up. Do this one more time. Now when we lower all the way down, we're going to take our feet as wide as our mat, maybe even a little bit wider. Gently swish the knees side to side. Let go of any tension that may have built up in your lower back during those little bridge poses. Our body holds a lot of tension. Our tissues hold a lot of emotion. So our goal here tonight is to move some of that up and out of the body, just to make room for something new. Let's come back to center. And now from here, we're going to hug our knees into our chest. Just give a nice hug and a squeeze. Maybe gently rock side to side. Take your knees in little circles. A little love to the lower back. And then from here, we're going to take our arms out into a T or maybe cactus arms, whatever feels best for your shoulders. Inhale here, and then exhale. Take your knees over to the right. Just let them land wherever they land. We're just getting started. This doesn't have to be the deepest twist of your life. I hope it's not. Just take it easy. One more deep inhale here. Exhale, let it go. We'll come all the way back to center. Adjust your hips a little bit if you need to. Inhale here. And then exhale, knees over to the left. Just sinking in. Letting gravity do the work here. Feeling rooted and grounded in our practice. Inhale back up to center. Let's hug those knees into the chest one more time. And then we'll take our feet down to the floor. We're going to go through all of that a couple of times, just kind of linking it all together. So we built our first flow. When you're ready, follow me. Inhale, lift up, bridge pose. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, bring your knees to your chest. And then we'll exhale, drop them over to the right. Inhale to center. Exhale, knees to the left. Inhale to center. Exhale, feet on the floor. Let's go through that one more time. Move at the pace of your breathing. I'm simply making suggestions here with the pace. I want you to follow your own lead. Knees in. And then we twist right. Inhale, center. And twist left. Inhale to center. This time we're going to hug our knees into our chest. Give a nice hug and squeeze. And gently start to rock your way back and forth. Nice and easy. Maybe do it a couple of times. I'm wearing a mic, so I'm not going to do that. But roll back and forth. Roll out your spine until you land in that nice, comfortable seated position, whatever that looks like for you. So from here, we're going to inhale, reach our arms up overhead. Reach your palms to touch. Exhale, hands to heart center. We'll do that 2 more times. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, root down. Last time through. Inhale. Exhale, hands to heart center. This time we're going to keep them there. Maybe tuck your chin, just bow your head a little bit. Press your palms together. Feel that heat in between your hands. And just take a moment here with God. Ask Him to show you something new. My prayer here is that you would just keep an open mind, keep an open heart as we move and breathe, making room for God. Expectant that He's showing up, excited that we get to be part of the process. And then from here, let's gently melt your hands down to your knees, and we'll just take some big shoulder shrugs. Inhale, pull your shoulders up toward your ears, and then exhale, press them down and back. Notice what you're carrying from today. It's the end of the day. What are you carrying on to that you don't need to hold? What can you let go of? With every exhale, just let one more thing go that's not serving you or that's not yours to hold. Start to move the right ear toward the right shoulder. Maybe take your left hand out to your side. Press your fingertips into the floor. And then from here, we can either turn our head to look up or maybe look down. Find that spot. Your neck's going to tell you where it wants to pause. Just breathe. Maybe wiggle your jaw a little bit. Soften. Gently bring your chin back down the chest, and then we'll bring it to the other side. Take a moment to get settled here, and then press your right fingertips into the floor gently. Making room, realizing that the right and left sides of our neck are probably not holding the same amount of stress. So without any judgment, just notice, observe, and try and soften. One more breath. Gently bring your chin down to your chest. And then we're gonna lift up, keep your head nice and neutral. We're gonna stir the pot a little bit. Why not? We're here stirring the pot, doing holy yoga. Go ahead and bring your chest forward. Inhale, exhale, round. Tuck your chin round through your shoulders. Inhale, reach forward. Exhale, round. This circle can be as big or as small as it needs to be. Keep your sit bones rooted. It's moving organically through your spine here. Next time you come to the front of your circle, I want you to reverse the direction. But keep the same breath pattern going. Inhale when you reach forward. Exhale when you round back. Notice what your hips have to say here. If it's uncomfortable to sit on the floor like this, which it might be, it is for a lot of people, I encourage you to sit up on a chair. Maybe go sit on your couch. You can still do a lot of this seated on a piece of furniture at home. Last time through. And we'll come back up to center. Now we're gonna go ahead and take our right hand behind us. Left arm's gonna reach tall. We always wanna grow tall first. Inhale. And then we're gonna exhale, twist. Take your left hand to the outside of your right knee and stay there for a while. So the beautiful thing about this is we don't have to arrive in our posture in the first, second, or even 10th cycle of breath. It's a process. We're always lengthening, and then we're always contracting a little bit more, going a little bit deeper. Or noticing that we've gone a little too far. Maybe we back out a little bit. Give yourself permission to do what feels really good. One more deep breath in. On your exhale, go ahead and come back through center. Left hand comes behind you, right arm reaches tall, big deep breath. And then we exhale, take the right hand to the outside of the left knee. Once again, kind of ebbing and flowing in and out of this posture as much as you need to. Whatever feels good is where you should stay. You should never have any pain, but a little wringing out is good for the soul. So push yourself to the edge if that feels okay. One more deep breath in. Release on the exhale. Very nice. All right, let's come out of the seated position and come to all fours. So coming into this tabletop here, we're going to take a moment to make sure that we've got our wrists right under our shoulders and our knees are right under our hips. We're nice and strong. And from here, we're going to come into cat-cow. So inhale, lift the crown of the head and the tailbone toward the sky. Deep sway in the back. Exhale, round. Tuck the chin, tuck the tailbone. Press the floor away from you with your hands. Inhale. Exhale. Keep going here at the pace of your breathing. Moving energy. Giving our bodies permission to kind of process the day, process the month. Just move, breathe. Remember, we're approaching this as simply as we can manage. One more time. And then after that last cat pose, we will come back to our tabletop. And from here, we're going to work on balancing out our body and brain. So we're going to take our shoulder blades together on our back. We're very strong. I want you to tuck your tailbone just a little bit. So it's almost like your kidneys are puffing toward the sky. So from this strong position, we're going to take our right foot straight back. Flex your foot like you're standing on the wall behind you. And keeping your glance down at the floor so that your neck stays nice and long, you're going to extend the left arm forward. And then we breathe. We might be holding the posture, but we never hold our breath. You can stay here if you want to work on balance and stability, or if you feel like you need to move a little more, you've got some energy in there that just needs to be burned up. On the exhale, you're going to take opposite elbow to knee, round your spine. Inhale, lengthen. And exhale to round. 3 more rounds of breath at your pace. No matter what you've decided to do, it's the right thing for you. After this very last one, we're going to set our left hand down. Right toes come back down to the mat, and let's press our weight into our right heel just a little bit. Bend the knee a couple times. We move back and forth. Get into that lower leg. Stretch out the foot. Your feet carry us everywhere. Let's give them a little love. And then we'll come right back to our strong tabletop. Maybe take a cat-cow here if this feels good. And then we'll come right back to center. Remember, shoulders together on your back, navel to spine, nice and strong. It's only when we're strong in our core that we can extend the leg, maybe the arm. Keep breathing. Maybe you stay here. Maybe on your exhale, you take opposite elbow to knee. Noticing how strong and capable you are. Being grateful for what your body can do. 2 more times just like this. Whatever it is you've chosen. that right hand down to the mat. Let's take our left toes down. Sink your weight back into the heel. Maybe move back and forth a little bit. Bend your knee. Move like you. Do what feels good. Nice. All right, from here, we're going to come into child's pose. So we're going to take our knees wide. Maybe your big toes touch, maybe they don't. Sink your hips back toward your heels and walk your hands away from your body. Maybe your forehead reaches down to the mat. Maybe you put your palms to face the sky, just in a gesture of receiving or surrender. Maybe your forehead doesn't reach the floor, and that's okay. You can stack your fists one on top of the other. Just rest. And breathe. When you're breathing here, I want you to extend your navel down toward the floor. Really try and expand the belly. When you exhale, pull the navel up toward the spine like you're hollowing everything out. About our breath here, something that was taught to me in my training, which I loved, and I just claim that it's such good truth, is that every breath we take is the administration of God's grace. We can't do anything to earn another one. Every single one we've had has been a gift. So as we're breathing here, maybe on your inhale, you remember His grace. And maybe on your exhale, you get an opportunity to trust Him. You're going to get another breath by His grace. And every day of every year, He's been there. In every breath He's let you have. So take a big, deep breath. Really drink it in. Experience that. Our God is the God of the great exchange. Let Him show that to you tonight as we keep moving and breathing. From your child's pose, we're going to start to walk our hands over to the right side. Maybe you keep your hands parallel. Maybe they stack one on top of the other. Keep your left sit bone rooted down toward the floor. Stretching out the left side body. We'll gently come back through center. Walk those hands all the way over to the left. Keep the right sit bone rooted down. Stretch through the right side body. Breathe. Come back to center. All right. From here, we're going to go into downward facing dog. Because we're doing yoga, we have to do an upside down V. That makes us legit. So when you're ready, come into a push-up position. A lot of y'all are probably beginners, so this is a great way to notice where your hands and feet should be. From this push-up, all we're going to do is start to lift our hips up and back. And guess what? You can keep your knees as bent as they need to be here. So if this is you, that's great. You're doing it right. If your heels are on the floor, that's awesome too. But just start to pedal out your feet. One and then the other. Just kind of walking your dog here. Feel that length through your spine. If this is not accessible for you, you can always go back to child's pose. When you're ready, from here, we're going to come forward into our push-up. And then we're going to put our knees down on the mat, slowly lower down all the way onto our bellies. Keep your hands right next to your chest. Press the tops of your feet into the floor. We're just going to lift up for a little baby cobra. Pull your shoulder blades back. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, lift it up. Exhale, let it go. One more time. Look how strong you are. Exhale, let it go. Tuck your toes. Press yourself up, back into that push-up, and then back up into downward facing dog. From here, let's start to tippy-toe forward. Coming into a forward fold. And the same rules apply. Your knees can be really bent, especially if you have tight hamstrings. But from here, let's play a little bit. Go ahead and take your hands, interlace them behind your head. Maybe pull down a little bit if you need a little extra stretching in your neck, or maybe take hands to elbows. Sway side to side. Notice what's going on in your lower body today. From here, let's take our hands to our shins. Inhale, halfway lift. Pull your shoulders together on your back. Exhale, let it go. Two more just like that. Inhale, halfway lift. And release. Last time. Nice. From here, we're going to reverse our swan dive. Reach up. Stretch your arms to the sky. And then exhale, hands to heart center. Root down through your feet. Let's inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, swan dive down. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale to let it go. And then we're going to take our hands down to the mat, step back. Let's take our knees down to the mat, rest back in child's pose. From here, let's bring our palms to touch, bend at the elbows, stretch the backs of the arms. Keep breathing. Release the hands down. Walk them back toward the knees. And then we're just going to come to kneeling. So go ahead and lift up. And we'll take our right leg forward. Just one big step. Keeping it simple here. So from here, you can reach your arms up overhead. You can keep them here, or maybe you take your hands behind your head and press your head into your hands. Open your heart. Tuck your tailbone a little bit. And as you're here, you may want to fidget, you might want to move, but try and stay still. One more slow, deep breath. Let's inhale, lift up the hands. And then we're going to exhale, take your hips back. Hands down to the floor or some blocks and sink into your hips. This front knee can stay bent if it needs to. Keep breathing. All right, one more deep breath. And then we're going to walk our hands forward. We're going to flow a little bit. So let's inhale, reach up. And then as we exhale, we're going to sink our hips back. Bring your arms back behind you like an airplane. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, sink back. 3 more just like this. Take our hands to heart center, and we're going to do a prayer twist. So what that means is to take our left elbow to the outside of our right knee for a twist here. If that's not happening, maybe you come here. It's A-okay. If you want to lift that back knee up, just tuck your toes and lift up. There's plenty of places for you to stop along the way. Find your edge. Keep breathing. Beautiful. Let's slowly lower it down, unwind. One more big deep breath in. And then we'll exhale, hands to the mat. Walk that foot back. Maybe take a vinyasa if you do a lot of yoga and you know what that is. Or maybe just take a cat-cow and give yourself a breather before we head to the other side. All right, when you're ready, walk your hands back. Come to kneeling. One big step forward with the left leg. When you're ready, inhale, reach up. Hands behind your head. If you did it on the other side, try and do it here. Press your head into your hands and open your heart. A lot of times that feels really vulnerable. That's okay. You're in a safe spot. Let God get in there. Open your heart. Physically and just emotionally. Open it up. Keep breathing. Inhale, reach up. And then we're going to exhale, sit back. Hands to the floor, or maybe a few blocks. Front knee stays a little bit soft. Sink into that left hip. Come here and you stop breathing, that's a huge red flag and a sign to back out of it a little bit. All right, we'll go ahead and flow through these two postures again, just like we did on the other side. When you're ready, start to walk yourself forward, sweep the arms overhead, and then exhale, sink it back. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, sink back. 3 more at your pace. After this very last one, we'll lift up. We'll stay there. Bring your hands to heart center. And then we'll take that prayer twist on the other side. So it's elbow. Maybe it's the outside of the hand. Maybe you lift that back knee up. Just take it at your pace. Doing a little wringing out here, a little core work. Moving energy in our body, making room for something new. Slowly come down out of it. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, lower it down. Let's step it back. Take a vinyasa if you want to. Maybe just sink back to child's pose. Back into your child's pose here. Once again, let's get really comfortable and stay here for a few moments. Taking your knees as wide as they need to be. Letting the palms face the sky. Just in a gesture of receiving. Or maybe surrender. Keeping in mind that our God is the God of the great exchange. Exchange death for life. Fear for bravery. Worry for wisdom. exhale, trust Him. When you're ready from child's pose, start to lift yourself back up. And walk yourself down, back to seated. And come all the way back down onto our backs. Noticing how you feel here. How is it different than the first time you were here? This time we're going to come into bridge pose, but we're going to hold it for a little bit. Not too long, but longer than last time. So when you're ready, press into your feet and lift your hips up off the floor. You can keep pressing the palms into the mat, or maybe you interlace your fingers and walk yourself up onto your shoulders a little bit, opening your heart. Keep breathing. Squeeze your knees toward midline. And then we'll gently start to lower down out of it, just like we got into it. Very intentional. And take your feet as wide as your mat, maybe a little bit wider. And gently swish side to side. We're going to do another stretch for the hips here while we're on our backs. This is a good alternative if you go to yoga and don't like pigeon pose. This is one you can do. So what you'll do is take your right foot up. Flex your foot like you're going to stand on the ceiling. And then bend your knee, cross your ankle over your knee, and you might need to stay here. This might be enough. You could be right here, and this just might be enough. That's fine. We're going to take our right knee away from our chest. And then if you want to go a little deeper, you're going to take your hands and interlace them behind the left leg. And we're just going to breathe here. Notice what thoughts might come to mind, what feelings. Simply become an observer of the narrative in your mind. Go ahead and relax your jaw a little bit. Relax your forehead, your throat. Soften through the hips every time you exhale. Unwind, just like you got into it. Press that foot up toward the floor. And then bend your knee. Adjust your hips a little bit if you need to. And then we'll go ahead and take that left foot up. Press through your heel. Activate the hamstring first. And then we're going to cross our left ankle over our right knee. Maybe you pause here. See how it feels. Maybe you take your hands and interlace them behind the right leg. It's very likely that this side feels nothing like the other side. Simply observe. Get comfortable in the discomfort here. That's the practice. Keep breathing in, remembering every breath we take is the administration of God's grace in our life. We give witness to that every minute of every day walking this planet. Soften your jaw. Soften your forehead. Slow, deep breath. We'll slowly start to release. Press that foot up. And then lower it down. All right, from here we're going to take a nice twist. So if having the knees bent, taking them to the side felt really good last time, do that again. Otherwise, we're going to take our arms out wide into a T or maybe cactus arms. We're going to extend our left leg long. And then we're just going to take our right knee over to the left. Try and keep your shoulders on the floor. Bringing out the midsection. Deep inhale. Back through center. Let's hug that knee in. Maybe take a few circles with your knee here. Just kind of move it around in the socket. Our hips hold a lot of emotion, a lot of tension. Our hips mirror our shoulders in the body. Lengthen the right leg. And then hug the left knee in. When you're ready, on an exhale, take your left knee over to the right side. Give a good twist. Twists help the nervous system calm down. If you have a lot of anxiety or a lot of fear, if there is a lot right now, take a few twists. It will help you feel better. Breathing deeply, massaging your internal organs. One more slow, deep breath here. And then we'll come back to center. Hug that knee in again. Maybe take a few circles with it. And then I want to give you freedom to do any other posture that feels really good for you. any other movement that your body is craving before we get ready to be still for a few more minutes. And when you do feel ready, of course, there's no rush to get there, but come onto your back if you can. Maybe you extend your legs out long, or if you're at home, maybe you put your legs up the wall or prop your legs up on the couch just to elevate them a little bit. Get really comfortable. Maybe put a cushion under your knees just for a little padding here so that you can really relax, really sink in. Maybe you shake your head or gently rock it side to side like you did before. Slowing down your breath. I'm going to read our scripture over you again as we approach a time of stillness with the Lord. So here's what Jesus commands. This is how we should pray. Here's what I want you to do. Find a quiet, secluded place so you won't be tempted to role play before God. Just be there as simply and honestly as you can manage. The focus will shift from you to God, and you'll begin to sense His grace. So as we spend the next few moments in stillness, I just want you to sense His grace. Be still. Breathe in deeply. Let your body just soften from head to toe. Let everything relax. I want you to feel fully supported by the mat underneath you and know that may as well be God's hand that you're just laying in. He's got you. He's got you. Jesus came just for you. He would do it all over again, just for you. Let that truth just wash over you. Soften your heart. So wherever you're at, just start to bring a little gentle movement back into your fingers and toes. You move your wrists and ankles. Stretch your legs out long. Reach your arms up overhead. Let's just take a few deep breaths together to seal our practice and just enjoy the breath that we get to take. So when you're ready, I want you to inhale deeply. And then we'll exhale with an audible sigh. One more time. Inhale. And let it go. Of course, you're at home, so you can stay here for as long as you'd like. But when you feel ready, you can bend your knees and slowly roll onto one side. Just cradle your head with your arm for a moment, gently easing ourselves out of this time of relaxation. When you're ready, press yourself back up to seated. Maybe bring your hands back to heart center if that feels good for you. But just gently close your eyes, tuck your chin. Bow your head and just take a moment to think about your time here over the last hour or so. What has God revealed in your heart? Maybe He brought a person to mind. Maybe He gave you an image. Maybe this time of moving and breathing and meditating on God's word just felt like a salve on your heart. It's a little way of taking the edge off some of the anxiety and emotion that you might be feeling today. Person that joined with us today, every person that made this possible. Especially want to thank you for taking a risk, maybe trying something new. It's been my honor to be here with you. Namaste.
Thanks, guys, for hanging with us tonight. And I think this is, for those of you who've done yoga before, maybe you've experienced this already, but for those of us that haven't, I think just seeing how your body position can connect you. Thank you, Kristen. I know she teaches on Saturdays. You can go to abideyogatx.com and sign up for her Zoom yogas. I did one and I enjoyed it, so. Let's end with that idea that He holds us. That all we have to do is be still. There's There's nothing we need to do or be or prove. To be with him. You